Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy, MidPokemaster here, today with the IBL Season 6 Draft Analysis. So, if you've been a part of my channel for a few months now, you know I was in the IBL D-League Season 2. Well, your boy got promoted to the main league, and we have a lot of excellent coaches this season, and I'm really excited to be part of this league. The owner was my good pal Brendan, aka Dark Devil 20. I think it's 26. Either that or 27. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, it don't matter. Yeah, it's Dark Devil 26. Cool dude. He's like stepped back from Twitch and YouTube and Discord. So he handed off the commissioner from being the commissioner to somebody else, known as Eric Miller. He's the GOAT. Cool dude. Really excited to be working with him this season. So, yeah. And also, I really need to say this because my good pal Zombie told me whenever he watches my videos, he likes to count the amount of so's I say. Because apparently I say it a lot. So, yeah. Yes, I did that on purpose, Zombie, just to mess with you. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you for that. So, I said it again. I really need to break that habit. So, man. When he released the draft board, I was thinking, I'm not going to check right away since I usually don't get very high draft spots. I usually get like the exact middle, which is the worst spot. So, you see, I keep saying it. It's not good. Zombie, keep tracking the comments how many times I say so. So, I was at work, I'm like, I'm not going to check. This is a 12-man league. Any spot can be decent. But when I finally checked, first overall pick. That does not happen to me very often, so I was super pumped, and I already knew what I wanted to take. In the D-League, we had kind of like a weird kind of tier list that was like, it was points, but not normal points, if you know what I mean. So, Eric didn't really want to do that this season, so we just did straight tiering, the normal tierings people do. Which everybody was fine with, because that's the best way to get everybody to have a pretty good team without it being super overpowered. So, I was like, you know, last time I got first pick in the league, it was PMC. And I know I stopped doing that, but everybody did. It wasn't like I just stopped doing it, everybody did, so it was like, okay. But the league continued and we kept playing on battles, and I ended up winning the championship, so my team wasn't that good, but felt super comfortable for me, so I was like, I'll bring some stuff over from that team into this league, so maybe I have a chance of winning another championship. So I grabbed first overall Tapu Koko. This is really not a surprise. It is arguably one of the best mons in the format, if not the best. Has pretty good stats with 70 HP, 115 attack, 85 defense, 95 special attack, 75 SPDF, and 130 speed. It is one of the fastest mons in the format. With the 130 speed, it's blistering fast. It's a great Z-move user. It has a variety of attacks it can use between Thunderbolt, U-turn. It gets U-turn and Volt Switch, which is really good, so I can always have momentum. I get Dazzling Gleam, Grass Knot, all the hidden powers. Or I can run it physical with Wild Charge and Brave Bird, things like that. It even has like Roost and Calm Mind and Markup. It even gets Defog and Taunt and Screen, so it can do a variety of things that makes it really good in League format. It's one of the best ones in OU, and it's one of the best, if not the best, in Draft League format. So, last time I had Tapu Koko in an upload league, I somehow got Zygarde with it, which unfortunately, I was talking to my good pal Gray, aka Jack, because we were in PMC together. And I was like, if I get Zygarde again, I'm just going to win. but unfortunately I didn't get Zygarde. Somebody else did. Let me see if I can figure out who that is so I know who I need to go after. Yeah, because if I got Coco Zygarde again, it just would have been Dunskies. It was Storm. Storm's a cool dude, so I can't get mad at him for taking Zygarde because it's a great mon. So, I was thinking... So I waited like 22 picks or 23 to come back to see what was available for me. And I saw this mon and I was like, you know, I haven't used this mon in forever. I've never used it on Wi-Fi, which is surprising considering how many times I've drafted it in showdown leagues. My boy Victini. How was Victini still here? All the way back in round 2, basically round 3. If you don't know Victini, then how are you watching Draft League? Because everybody's watched A-Drive and his Draft League battles, and he drives Victini all the time, so everybody knows it's a great mon. Based on 100 stats across the board, it can be so versatile. It gives me another U-turner. I love pivoting in leagues. I love just clicking U-turn and Volt Switch and Baton Pass and things like that. Just so if my opponent switches, I know exactly what I can go into. This thing is a straight wall breaker with V-Create, Volt Strike, U-turns, and Headbutt. That's all you'll need. And if you want to run special, you can run like Blue Flare, Thunder, Psychic, Glaciate. It has such a bigger move pool than that, but it can run any item. It can be Band, Scarf, Specs, Life Orb, Expert Belt. Literally anything you need, it can do. It can even be bulky with like a Will-O-Wisp, Sub-Protect kind of set. I know you wouldn't run all those 3 moves together, but who cares? Victini's a great mon. It also helps me break those bulky grasses that Tapu Koko doesn't want to deal with. And Tapu Koko helps Victini break those bulky waters Victini doesn't want to deal with. So, I didn't mention this before, but since I have first pick, this is a snake style draft, which means my first pick, I just pick that. But then every other time, I pick 2 mons together, basically, so I'm always going to have some sort of good pairings. So, why do I keep saying so? Zombie, you've got this in my head now. Thank you. Not really, I hate you. But, I love Victini, I love Tapu Koko, so I already love my team. So, I wanted a good mon that pairs with Victini and Tapu Koko, and I'm like... I have my Fairy type for my Fairy Dragon Steel Core, which is good. And I have my Fire type for my Fire Water Grass Core. So, I was thinking, which core do I really value more? And I was like, I know this mom will make it back to me if I don't pick it now, so I was like, might as well. And I got my boy, Watermelon, the Tangrowth. I love Tangrowth. I love that it has Regenerator. And it's also a versatile mon. With 100 HP, 100 attack, 125 defense, 110 special attack, then 50 SPDF and 50 speed. So, it has really good stats outside of the SPDF and the speed, but you can run Assault Vest Tangrowth and it's still really amazing because you don't have to rely on Leech Seed or Synthesis for healing because you have Regenerator. And I already like to make a lot of switches, so I think it's perfectly fine being able to run Assault Vest. This thing gets the variety of coverage. It can be physical and special, so it's really hard to tell. My opponents are going to have a tough time trying to figure out what kind of sim I'm running. Am I running physical, special, mixed, completely defensive with like Synthesis and Leech Seed? Sorry if I keep pausing. My throat's really hurting me. I think I'm starting to come down with something, but I really need to get this video done for you guys because I really want to show you guys my team. It also gives me my first knockoff user, which is really good. And yeah, I really love my team so far, but what I really need is some hazards. So, I got one of the best Tapu Koko and Victini answers in the game in Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is so good in my opinion. People always argue which is better, Nidoqueen or Nidoking. And I personally would say Nidoqueen because its base stats aren't the greatest. It has 90 HP, 92 attack, 87 defense, 75 special attack, 85 speed def, and 76 speed. So it's like pretty mediocre stats and everything but HP. But with its Sheer Force Life Orb, and since it's a Gen 1 mon, it gets so much coverage that has that added effect to where Sheer Force just powers it up and really makes it even better, even though its base stats don't show how good it is. This thing gives me my first Stealth Rocker and my first Toxic Spike user. And it gives me a Grounded Poison to soak up opposing Toxic Spikes. And then it gives me a crazy bulky ground type to deal with electric types that want to just spam electric type moves in the electric terrain. I really love this mon. There's really not much to go into with Neoqueen because it's pretty much, you know what it does. It does everything you need it to. So next one I got was my boy Mega Aggron. I feel like Mega Aggron paired really well with this team because later on I knew I wanted to get this bulky mom with Wish, and I was like, if it's perfect with Mega Aggron, so I thought I could wait on it because I knew Nidoqueen wouldn't come back. So I wanted to get Mega Aggron now because there's like one or two teams that still didn't have a Mega or a Steel type, and I really didn't want to wait because there wasn't really any good Steel types left that I really like. But this mon is a bulky piece of crap that's bulky offense. 70 HP, 140 attack, 230 defense with 60 special attack, 80 speed def, and 50 speed. This thing can tank physical hits for days. You don't even have to run investment with it for it to take hits. Because if it can take a +2 Mega Charizard or +1 Mega Charizard X Flare Blitz. Now tell me that isn't insane, considering it's a Steel type. And what really makes it good is the filter ability. So it doesn't. So what's it called? It takes half damage from physically I'm stumbling over my words. It takes half from super effective attacks. So it's not technically weak to anything. It just becomes all neutralities, basically. It gives me a reliable Stealth Rocker, and it can do some damage when it needs to. It can tank hits. I love a good Rest, Curse, Sleep Talk, Gyro Ball set, if it gets Gyro Ball. It might not get Gyro Ball, so just ignore that, but I just love Mega Aggron. It's done so well for me in other leagues, where I've paired it just with Tapu Koko, and I've just paired it with Victini, so putting all of them together is really good. So I love Mega Aggron, and I think it fits really well with my team. So I waited another 22 picks before I got Umbreon, the bulky Wishmon I was just talking about. People like to say Umbreon's setup father and it's Badrion, but I call it Godbrion. 95 HP, 65 attack, 111 defense, 60 special attack, 130 speed def, and 65 speed. This thing is crazy bulky, and you would think this thing would be setup fodder with only 65 attack and 60 special attack, but it gets a move called Foul Play, so I will use the target's attack stat for damage. So let's just say I'm going up against a Salamence that's running max attack Jolly. That is 130 base attack using Foul Play with Stab. That's going to do a lot of damage. This thing gets Wish, Protect, Heal Bell, Toxic, Foul Play, Baton Pass. That's really all the moves it's ever going to run. But that's all it really needs because it will do a lot of damage. It also gets, what's it called? Moonlight. So if I don't want to Wish Pass into things, if I don't really need it that week, I can just Moonlight up myself. And I started to notice at this point in the draft, my only hazard remover is Tapu Koko. And you don't really want to rely on Koko using Defog every week. So I picked up the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Blastoise. I love me some Blastoise. I've used it in so many leagues. Have you been watching my channel for around a year now, you saw me using an NSTL, and I loved it so much. 79 HP, 83 attack, 100 defense, 85 social attack, 105 speed def, and 78 speed. So it's not the craziest Pokemon, but it tanks the hits you need it to, and it can use moves like Scald, Rapid Spin, Toxic, Mirror Coat and Counter, Ice Beam, and it's a Gen 1 mon, so it has crazy coverage. So I don't want to give it all away, but I think it's a great mon, and I'm so excited to use it again. So next, I got Kyurem. I've literally never used Kyurem in my Draft League career, and I've been playing for 2 years, which is insane to me. I've used Kyurem Black multiple times, and it has the same stats, I believe. No, it doesn't have the same exact, but it has close enough with 125 HP, 130 attack, 90 defense, 130 special attack, 90 speed def, and 95 speed. This mon is amazing. Well, it's not amazing, but it's an amazing tier 3. The only things I want to switch into its dual stab with Ice Beam, Dragon Pulse, and Draco Meteor is bulky steel types, but it gets Earth Power for that. It's a great choice Scarf user, great choice specs. I can even run like a Roost sub Toxic set to break Stall, which is really cool. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about Kyurem because I've never used it before. But I was talking to my front office. I was actually talking to Ogobina. No, I know that's not how you say it, and I always mess it up, like everybody else. But I don't know where to go back and see where he actually explained how to say his name. So sorry. I think it's OG Albina or something like that. And he was telling me how good his mon is. And he beat me in APA Academy, so I was like, I'll listen to him. But next mon, I got something that I really love. And that's Lycanroc Dusk. He's such a good doggo. 75 HP, which is actually pretty amazing for this thing. 117 attack, 65 defense, 55 special attack, 65 speed def, and 110 speed. This is another good... It's not the greatest Stealth Rocker, but if I want like a Sash lead set with like Stealth Rock's Endeavor, Excel Rock, Filler Move, it will do exactly what I need. And it's not one of my Z move users. It was like points where like a tier 1 and tier 5 could be your Z move users, tier 2 and tier 4, and like tier 3s. You know how to add it up. But it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't need Z moves to be effective. Because it gets Sword Stance, Stone Edge, Excel Rock, Drill Run. It basically has a better Edgequake. Because Drill Run will do more with Tough Claws than it will with Earthquake. So, yep, that's another point you can add, Zombie. I love Lycanroc Dusk, and I'm really excited to see how it will do this season. Also have my speed tiers between Tapu Koko, then Lycanroc, then Victini. So it helps my speed tiers through that. But with how my points added up, I have to get 2 tier 5s. And there aren't that many good tier 5s in my opinion. Like, you can get some niche mons. So I got my boy Zangoose, which I'm going to be calling Zangoose because my good pal Zangoose. It's a pretty good mon in my opinion. It's kind of underrated. With 73 HP, 115 attack, 60 defense, 60 special attack, 60 speed def, and 90 speed. But what I really like about it is that it has the 2 abilities, Immunity and Toxic Boost. So it gives me a Toxic Absorber that Tangrowth doesn't want to deal with, that Umbreon doesn't want to deal with. And I love the Toxic Orb Wall Breaker set with Toxic Orb, Toxic Boost with Facade Knockoff, Close Combat, Quick Attack, Swords Dance. It can really break through teams that don't have a good normal type switch in. And even if they do, they don't want to take a +2 Close Combat after the Toxic Boost. So it's a base 90 speed tier mon, which I like. Nothing also wants to take a +2 Quick Attack after Toxic Boost, so helps me with more priorities. I actually have 4 forms of priority, maybe 5. Tapu Koko Quick Attack, Umbreon Quick Attack, Blastoise, Aqua Jet, and then Lycan Rock Dusk. What's it called? Excel Rock, which I just said a minute ago. So, yeah, I love Zangoose. I felt like he really helped me wall break with this team because a lot of this team is wall breaking, but it gives me a mind that my opponents won't really prep for, I feel like, and it'll end up just destroying teams. So, yep. Now we're going to go into my last one, which really shouldn't be a surprise since I need a tier 5, and I have a Tapu Koko. I need my boy, Mike the Mulchman, with Alolan Raichu. Great Mon and Train, 60 HP, 85 attack, 50 defense, 95 special attack, 85 speed up, and 110 speed. And with that Surge Surfer ability, doubling my speed in an electric terrain is what really makes this Mon really good. It's one of my Z-move captains along with Tapu Koko, which is a big surprise, but I really love it. Nasty Plot, Psychic, Psyshock, Thunderbolt, Grass Stomp, and with Alola Raichu Z, which always does a crap ton of damage and always paralyzes my opponent. Plus an electric terrain just will destroy teams. Tell me down below in the comments how well you think we'll do this season. I believe it's an 11-week season since we have 12 coaches, so say what you think my record will be. If you think I'm going to go 11-0 or 0-11. I personally think I'll go like 6-5 and narrowly make playoffs because that's what normally happens. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.